Taser on a member of their own race relations panel. The incident, involving 63-year-old Judah Adunbi, has been referred to the police watchdog. Our Home Affairs correspondent Daniel Sanford told me more about what had happened.
There is an 8-minute video to show exactly what happened, and that, I think, is why it's been referred so quickly to the Independent Police Complaints Commission, because there's very little argument about what happened. It's just a decision about whether the officer's behaviour was appropriate. What happens is that Judah Adunbi is just arriving home from walking his dog when two officers come up to him and accuse him of being somebody else, or ask him if he's somebody else, in fact somebody that the police are seeking. He refuses to give them his name, and an argument ensues that lasts for several minutes, in which he goes on refusing to give them his name. He then leaves and goes to enter his house, and what you've just seen there is the moment when, as he tries to enter his house, the police pull him back out. There's a struggle that lasts literally a second or two, and then the female police officer tasers him in the face. He's hit in the face by the taser barb, falls to the ground. There's then several more minutes while he's lying on the ground saying, "My ID's just over there, why don't you check who I am?" They don't check who he is. They arrest him for assaulting a police officer, and then their colleagues arrive and he's taken off to the police station. I think at some point he was treated in hospital as well. He says that he was humiliated by the whole incident, and Avon and Somerset Police, feeling that they can't comment very much on the incident because there's now an investigation, have voluntarily referred themselves to the Independent Police Complaints Commission to look at what happened. And
this footage exists because it was on equipment worn by another police officer, or is it from, do we know where it's from?
The footage that we've seen, which has been made available to the media, was filmed by a neighbour who happened to be passing, saw what happened, got out his phone and started filming what was happening. As I say, that's about 8.5 minutes, that footage. Avon and Somerset Police say that the two officers also have body-worn cameras on, but I don't think that's going to shed much more light on the incident. The neighbour starts filming just after the whole discussion begins, but there's no suggestion at that point that there's been any violence or anything at that point. What there is a vigorous discussion in which Mr. Adunbi doesn't want to give his name, feeling he doesn't have to give the police officers his name and doesn't want to give them his name, and you see the build up to when he tries to enter his property and when the police then manhandle him out of the property. At one point he kind of raises an arm to push one of the police officers away. But that's just about it. And what's embarrassing for the police is not only that he's 63 years old, but he is this long-standing member of their independent advisory group, which is a group that many police forces have to advise them on relations between different minority groups and the police. So essentially they have tasered in the face one of their own race relations advisors.